Hi there, Francesca.
Hello, how are you?
I'm pretty good. This is our second session together. And so what would you like to work on today?
Really, the taxes. The fact that I took years to get them all together and find the boxes. And they always owe me money, so it's not about me owing them money. I never made enough anyway. But it's really because when I was doing it for my parents, I lost 2 years of work and I was a nightmare. And ever since, even though I worked on this before, I hate them so much, and I know how to do it. It's basic stuff, but
Okay, slow down. So let me
for
just
me,
clarify. Sorry to interrupt, but let me just clarify. So you used to do the taxes for your parents and you lost 2 years or they lost 2 years or what happened?
I used to do the bookkeeping for their coffee shop, which was
Okay.
gazillion entries every day. So it's very different than what I've been doing now. It's much simpler. But for me, every time I look at bookkeeping, I just want to barf. Honestly, this is my reaction inside. I feel gaggy. It's like, ugh. And then I force myself because I have to do it. And I was sitting at my computer last night again because I do it, in baby steps. And then that's why today I woke up and I had I had a nightmare
Okay,
last
so slow down.
night.
So I'd like you to tell me the story about what happened with the missing 2 years.
So I was doing,
And I want you to take a couple of breaths, okay?
let
Yeah,
me do that first.
yeah. And if you want, you can tell me the story with your hands on your heart or tapping on the side of your hand.
Oh,
Or
yeah, yeah, I'm always stopping. Otherwise,
okay,
I
okay,
would already be gone.
okay. So take a breath.
Actually, I'll do this.
Yeah, that's a good one. Okay, so now tell me
So
the story.
I was entering, so I never learned bookkeeping. I learned on my own. Let's do the preamble. My brother, when he passed the business to me, because my dad kicked him out, he basically scared the hell out of me and said, "You'll never be able to figure this out." And he didn't teach me, so he made it very complicated because he built the system for a big company and we were a mom and pop shop. So big mistake there from his part. And then passed it on to someone who never even seen accounting before, let alone a computer. So I had to learn the program and the thing. So I'm stubborn. I spent countless hours doing that after work. After 12-hour shifts, I would do that in the evening. And so I learned to hate it, obviously. You can understand why, because you don't learn it on your own with no books and nothing. So when the accountant came around, he was gracious enough and said, "You actually did a really good job, everything considered." So we were about to kind of, pass it on and do the thing, and the computer crashed, and I didn't have any way of saving the stuff because it was an old computer, like old, and we could not afford. It was a mom and pop shop. They don't make money. It's BS. That's part of my French, but that's the truth. So it's really hard to even stay in business, right, in restaurants. And it was just a nightmare. Honestly, I felt this weight on my shoulder. I wasn't able to take care of it. My brother obviously was mad and wasn't helping. He had this story with my dad, whatever. But I was basically in the middle of all that without having done anything. And so I had no help. And when I lost the 2 years, I just told my parents, we got to get someone to help me because this is important and it's a lot of work, 2 years. It's so many entries, right? And he did it so that we had to calculate the GST separately. So each day I had to do that on top of everything. It was just monstrous. So in the end, it got resolved, but it took, I think it took an insane amount of time to get it resolved. And then when it got resolved, after that, I was never able to really keep it up the way I should have because I hated it. And I had too much on my shoulder. And my dad wasn't getting it because he was sick. So it was, one of those situations where you're trapped and you don't see a way out and you're made to be the person in charge, but you don't really have the power. So, because that's how my dad was. And I was the female, right? Like my brother went to school to study this. For me, I wanted to do something different. So it
So
was just,
stop and take a breath, Francesca.
yeah, I forget.
Yeah,
And I'm
so
tapping.
I'm going to remind you a lot.
Yeah, go ahead. Like,
Okay, so let's check in and see how you're feeling right now.
right now, I'm like a 4 as I'm telling you this story. But this
So
happened.
you're a 4 of what? What's the feeling?
Agitation, like I feel unsettled. I would say I'm really nervous, like I'm panic. I'm a 4 at my panic. I had 2 panic attacks in my life, and I never thought I would. And it wasn't caused by this, but it was around all of this as well.
Okay, so let's work on one thing at a time, okay?
For me,
Francesca,
this. Mm-hmm.
slow down, open up your eyes. I want you to connect, okay?
Yes.
Okay, all right.
I'm getting lost inside.
So you said you were really panicked, but you called that a 4.
Right now, it's a 4.
Okay, and let's just tap on that for now, okay?
Okay, yep.
Okay. Where do you feel the panic in your body?
It's in my heart. That's my heart and solar plexus. It's always this area for me.
Okay. And can you describe the sensation? What does it actually feel like?
It's tight.
Is there a color?
It's like gray and that I want to say lead color. Sometimes Italian comes.
Yeah, that's all good. No worries. And is the agitation, the nervousness, and the panic all a 4, or are they different numbers?
Right now, it's all like a big 4.
Okay.
It's a fog. It's because I know I'm not really accessing the whole thing because I've been tapping. I haven't let it out.
Okay. So let's just do a little tapping.
So it may be more or not. I'm not sure.
That's okay. Don't worry about it. Is it got a temperature? Is it hot or cold?
No, there is no temperature.
How about a size or a shape?
I see just fog, and it's like that dark gray color. It's kind of like musty, like doesn't smell so good.
Okay.
It's like old, you know when you smell mothballs, the
Yep.
old disgust. Yeah, it just
Okay.
goes. That's it for me.
Okay. All right, take another breath. Check in. Notice that there's somebody here with you.
And I laugh as a deflection, by the way. That's me nervous. Yeah.
That's okay. I recognize the symptoms. It's all good.
Yeah. It's let's make it funny because it's easier.
Yeah.
It's always me.
All right. Even though.
When
I think back on that time.
When I think about that bad time, you said?
About that time.
That time.
Yeah. I feel agitated.
I feel agitated.
Nervous.
And
a bit panicked.
And
I love and accept myself anyway. And take another breath.
It's one of those things I wish they could just be washed away, honestly.
Okay, let's see if we can't do some washing. Even though. When I think back on that time. When the computer crashed. And 2 years of the work that I'd done just disappeared. I love, accept, and forgive myself. Even though I have some agitation. Some nervousness and some panic.
And I'm also a bit surprised that I still have this because I worked on this with someone else. And that's how I got to actually calculate the 6 years that I had and put them together and find all the boxes.
Okay, perfect.
So I'm this slow to move ahead in this problem.
Okay. Even though I've already worked on this problem,
Even though I already worked on this problem.
apparently there's a little bit left.
Yeah, apparently there's a little bit left.
And I'm open to the possibility
And I'm open to the possibility
that I can let go of it today.
that I can get go of it today, maybe love it a little more. I have to do it.
Even though I've got all these feelings,
Even though I have all these feelings.
and I feel them in my heart and my solar plexus,
And I feel them in my heart and my solar plexus.
it feels like a tight, gray, dark fog.
It feels like a tight, gray, dark fog.
And it smells a bit musty,
And it smells a bit musty.
a little bit like mothballs.
Yep, like mothballs.
I'm open to the possibility
I'm open to the possibility
that I can let this go today.
that I can let this go today.
So moving through the points,
It's moving.
all this agitation,
All this agitation,
this nervous agitation,
this nervous agitation,
all this panic
all this panic.
when I remember that horrible moment.
When I remember that horrible moment,
All this agitation
all this agitation,
sitting in my heart.
sit in my heart,
Take another breath. Sitting in my solar plexus,
sitting in my solar plexus,
this gray fog of panic,
this gray fog of panic,
this musty smelling panic,
this musty smelling panic,
all this nervousness,
all this nervousness.
all this agitation.
Oh boy, all this agitation.
I'm open to the possibility
I'm open to the possibility
that I don't have to hold on to this anymore,
that I don't have to hold on to this anymore.
that I can let it go.
I can let it go.
So let's
And
just
my voice is saying, yeah, right, dream on.
okay.
Yeah, that's the voice that comes up.
Dream on.
Dream on.
There's no way.
There's no way.
I can't let this go.
I can't let this go.
It's way too important to hold on to.
It's way too important to remember that time.
It's serving me so well to hold on to this.
Oh yeah, it's serving me amazingly.
I'm open to the possibility
I'm open to the possibility
that I can let a little bit more of this panic go
that I can let a little bit of this panic go.
and some of this agitation.
And some of it just agitate. I'm actually so agitated that now each time I deal with it, I dream that I'm in jail somehow. I ended up in jail. Yeah.
This feeling like I'm in jail.
Just feeling like I'm in jail.
No wonder I don't want to do my taxes.
Yeah, no. It's horrible. And it's never a clear dream like I always have. Like it's just I wake up and like, oh, and I just know I was in jail. And it's always when I do this work.
All these in jail dreams.
All these in jail dreams.
I get to notice that I actually didn't go to jail.
I get to notice that I actually didn't go to jail. They wouldn't want me.
I did a really good job under the circumstances.
I did a really good job under the circumstances.
Take a breath.
And my little voice is going, yeah, right. You did a great job of screwing it all up. This is what comes up.
Yeah, take a breath. I get to notice.
I get to notice.
And remember.
And I remember.
That an accountant said I did a really good job.
And an accountant said I really did a good job under the circumstances.
And the circumstances were not great.
No, the circumstances were not great.
I did a really good job even though no one trained me.
I did a really good job even though no one trained me.
I did a really good job even though it was a really old computer.
I did a really good job even though it was a really old computer. Yeah.
I did a really good job even though my brother made it really complicated.
I did a good job even though my brother made it complicated. And then I got it simplified.
Yeah. I did a really good job in getting it simplified.
I did a good job getting it simplified, yeah.
I did a really good job.
I did a really good job.
It was very stressful.
It was very stressful.
And I get to notice it's not happening now.
And I get to notice it's not happening now. No.
Yeah. Take a breath. All this remaining agitation,
All this remaining agitation.
all this remaining panic,
All this remaining panic.
all this remaining nervousness,
That one feels so good, like the lower heart, the heart chakra. Oh,
I give myself permission to feel good.
I give myself permission to feel good. Yeah.
I did a really good job under really hard circumstances.
Yeah, I did a really good job under really hard circumstances.
And I know that's true.
And I know that's true.
Yeah. So maybe it's time
So maybe it's time
to forgive myself
to forgive myself
for doing the best I could
for doing the best I could. Yeah.
under really difficult circumstances.
Under really difficult circumstances. Yeah. Also because my brain doesn't work well when I'm that stressed.
Yeah. Apparently my brain works better than I think it does.
Apparently my brain works better than I think it does. Poor brain.
Because the accountant said I did a really good job.
Because the accountant said I did a really good job.
And the accountant is trained in this stuff.
And the accountant is trained in this stuff. Yeah, they're smart accountants too. So
Yeah. Take a breath. I choose to know that I did a really good job
I choose to know that I did a really good job
under really difficult circumstances.
under really difficult circumstances.
Okay, put your hands back on your heart. Let's just check in and see what you're feeling and thinking.
It's like a 2 now.
Okay. So shall we go and check in with your younger self?
Yeah, let's see. Gosh.
So I'm thinking, but you tell me what your inclination is. I'm thinking that probably when the computer crashed was the most intense. Is that true, or was there something that was more intense?
No, I think it was, okay, I got my friend to come and try to fix it for free. And he was really nice. He was always there. So he said, yeah, this computer is done. Like he couldn't save anything because he was a specialist in this stuff. And that's when, when he said, you know, and then I looked at the work and I realized how much work I had. You know, it was in that moment, it was like this, you know, when you have that cold shower going down. And that's how I felt. It was like, oh no, because I was literally working 6 days a week already in the shop, and then this was extra on top of it.
So take a breath.
Oh.
Okay, so start tapping on your fingers.
And the real hatred happened when I was doing it, when I was re-entering it. I gave up. I had to actually get someone else 2 years later to help me. I was just so, or a year later, I don't remember now, even it's all melted up now in my brain. That's how much I hate that thing.
So when did the accountant come into the picture?
We changed accountant because the one we were dealing with originally was insane. He was charging us crazy, and we needed someone to help me. So we found a bookkeeper through my roommate who actually helped me a lot and gave me a better idea. And the accountant came in, and basically he came in between before we found this woman, and he said, you did a pretty good job. What I would do, I can do it, but it'll cost more. I will just get a bookkeeper to help you, and then I'll, you know, and then he finished it off. And he said, that's when he said to me, oh, you're right, you should have made it simpler. Because I asked him, I said, but do we need all this, right? Because it's a small mom and pop shop. Give me a break. He had like 2% milk, whole milk, you know, like the whole thing. And it was stupid. And so that's where he said, yeah, you did a pretty good job, because he saw what I had done before the other lady. It was a mess, but he realized, you know, that it wasn't easy, right?
Okay, stop and take a breath. So I want you to close your eyes. I want you to see the scene where your friend, as who's the computer person, has just said, this computer is done.
I I was
And
like,
your younger self has realized how much work you have to do in order to do over.
uh,
Okay? So where is your younger self?
we are in the little back office. And,
Okay. Is there anyone else there?
oh, it was in the back of the kitchen. So my mom and dad would have been there, yeah.
Okay. Okay, so I want you to freeze mom and dad and friend. And I'd like you to step your current self or your higher self, or both of you, into that little back kitchen. And I'd like you to get the attention of your younger self. How old is she?
She's like 28.
Okay. Can you see her?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I'd like you to let her know who you are, and to let her know that you're there to help her, because you know that what's just happened is really difficult. And ask her if she would accept your help and support. Okay.
Yeah.
Ask her to tell you what she's feeling, and wait for her to tell you. And then tell me, please.
She's frustrated.
Yeah, I'll bet she is. Ask her on a scale of 0 to 10, how frustrated is she?
She's between 8 and 10.
Okay. Where does she feel the frustration in her body?
In her stomach,
Can she describe how that feels?
it's a pit.
Okay. How big is the pit?
It's like a fist, and it's black. Heavy ball.
Is it have a temperature?
It's cold.
Okay. How about a smell?
That metal smell.
Okay.
I hate that. Ugh.
Okay. So take another breath and check in with her again and ask her if she's feeling anything else besides frustrated.
Well, she's really sick of having to deal with bullshit, to be honest.
Okay.
It's not even the job she wants to do. She's doing it for her parents, and now this. It's like, really? Can any else happen to make this life shittier?
Okay.
Enough is enough.
Okay, ask her if there's anything else, if there are any decisions she's made about herself or life as a result of this happening.
Just work harder and stop being stupid and not getting the program. Yeah, she feels guilty. It's always about her not being good enough in the end.
Okay. How guilty is she feeling?
Oh, at 10, she feels this was her fault somehow, even though it wasn't. If she had been smarter.
Take a breath. Where does she feel the guilt in her body?
It's always the stomach.
Okay. And what else is she feeling? Check in with her. Is there anything else she's feeling?
Tired. She's tired. She's tired and scared that she's tired from working long hours and not having money and not having any satisfaction. It's just, she feels so defeated, I would say.
Okay.
Even though she's young and she's full of energy in spite of all the illnesses and stuff she has, she's a fighter, but she's just tired of all these problems popping up always.
How defeated is she feeling 0 to 10?
Well, right now she's a 10 because
Okay.
of this stupid computer.
And where does she feel the defeated feeling in her body?
It's the stomach.
Okay.
And then it goes sometimes up in the solar plexus and the heart.
Okay.
That's more when she starts crying afterwards, when she's alone and finally everybody has left and she's there trying to deal with it. She's stubborn. She doesn't want her brother to be right. Because
Okay.
he's not.
How scared is she?
She's not even feeling that. She's so angry.
Okay, how angry is she?
She's a 10. So I would say she's probably 10 scared because my anger always hides my fear.
Okay. And is the anger in the same place or is it somewhere else?
Same place.
Okay.
That poor stomach.
Let's do some tapping with her.
Mm-hmm.
So ask her if that's okay with her.
Oh, she's ready. She'll take any help.
So start tapping on the side of her hand. Even though you're feeling so frustrated.
Even though you're feeling so frustrated.
You have every reason to feel frustrated.
You have every reason to feel frustrated.
And you deserve to love and accept yourself.
And you deserve to love and accept yourself.
And know that you've done a really good job.
And know that you've done a really good job.
Under really difficult circumstances.
Under really difficult circumstances.
And take a breath. Even though you feel really angry.
Even though you feel really angry.
And you feel this anger in your stomach.
And you feel the same in your stomach.
It feels like a black, heavy ball.
It feels like a ball. Yeah, it's a black, heavy ball.
Maybe even shaped like a fist.
Maybe even shaped like a fist.
Fist.
Fist? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's my brain.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
It's okay to love and accept yourself.
It's okay to love and accept yourself.
And know that you've done an extraordinarily good job.
And know that you've done an extraordinarily good job.
Under really difficult circumstances.
Under really difficult circumstances.
Even though you're feeling frustrated and guilty.
Even though you feel frustrated and guilty.
Defeated and angry.
Defeated and angry.
You're going to be okay.
You're going to be okay.
And I'm here to help you now.
And I'm here to help you now.
Top of her head. And then just moving through the points. All this frustration.
All this frustration.
Feeling defeated.
Feeling defeated.
Take a deep breath. Feeling angry.
Feeling angry.
Feeling tired and scared.
Feeling tired and scared.
All this anger.
All this anger.
All this frustration.
All this frustration.
Feeling defeated.
Feeling defeated.
You're going to be okay.
You're going to be okay.
Anyone who's just gone through what you went through.
Anyone who had just gone through what you went through.
It would likely be feeling much of the same things.
Would likely feel much of the same things.
It's going to be okay.
It's going to be okay.
You're going to be okay.
You're going to be okay.
So let's check in with her again and see how she's feeling now.
She's actually calmer now.
Okay. So ask her if there's something that she wishes that she had said or done or had happened.
Well, she wished she had someone in the family helping solve the problem instead of just nobody tried. None of my parents tried to figure it out. They just
Okay. Is there someone in her family in particular she'd like to help, or is there someone that she'd like to ask for help outside of the family? Tell her she can have whatever she wants, whatever she really needs.
I just wish someone else would have just done it all.
Okay.
I don't want to deal with it at all.
Okay.
That's the truth.
So check in with her and ask her if that's what she would like. Would she like someone else to come in and do that job?
Yeah, knowing that they do a good job, like
okay,
the same care I would have. Yeah.
So can you suggest somebody to her, like the new bookkeeper that you got?
She didn't have the time to do it.
The new bookkeeper didn't have the time.
She only had time to teach me.
Okay, so then let's ask the new bookkeeper if she's got another bookkeeper. Okay. Has she got somebody?
She said she would ask someone.
Okay. So let's see her asking someone and keep asking someone until she finds the perfect person for your family's business. And when that person has been found, let's bring that person in. Is it a man or a woman?
It's a woman.
Okay. So if your younger self would like, let's see her just passing this whole mess onto this bookkeeper.
Done.
Okay. Yeah. And the bookkeeper's got a spiffy new computer.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Now let's check in with your younger self and see how she's feeling.
So relieved.
Okay.
She cannot believe this has been taken off her shoulders.
Okay. Well, let her see it.
Without making her feel guilty on top of it. Wow.
Yeah. So how's her guilt level?
I would say it's down to a 2.
Okay.
Wow.
And how about her frustration level?
It's gone.
Okay. And how defeated is she feeling?
It's the first time in her life she feels backed up like someone else. Whoa.
Nice.
What a nice feeling without feeling guilty.
And how about angry?
Well, she's not angry now because she has no reason to be.
Okay.
She got what she wanted.
Ask her if there's anything else that she needs to say, do, or have happen.
Now that she knows that stuff is taken care of, she can just go back and deal with the rest of the stuff.
Okay, so take a breath. If this new memory with this new bookkeeper who's taken over everything and is doing a really great job had a color, what color would it be?
Blue.
Okay. Is it a light blue or a dark blue?
So that royal blue.
Royal blue, okay. So I'd like you to put this new improved memory into a royal blue cloud or a mist or a waterfall, whatever image that you like. And I'd like you to open up the top of your head and I'd like you to start pouring this new memory of this wonderful new bookkeeper who's got everything under control and is taking care of it magnificently. And pour that into your brain. And have this swirl all around your brain, finding every synapse and dendrite, every cell full with this new memory. That this is not her job, not your job, it's the bookkeeper's job. And when your brain feels full, bring it down through the rest of your body, paying special attention to your heart and your solar plexus. Every muscle, bone, ligament, tendon, your whole reproductive system, your whole digestive system, your immune system, all your organs, from the top of your head down to your tip of your toes. Take some nice deep breaths and fill your whole body with that calm, relieved, relaxed royal blue.
All right. Now it's engulfed.
Sorry, now it's what?
It took a while to get around that stomach.
Okay. Well, that's
No.
why I say take your time.
It went everywhere else, and there it was like feeling it, feeling it, feeling it.
All right, send some more to that stomach, some more to your heart, and let me know when your whole body feels full.
It's putting out now. Yeah, I'm filled.
Okay, so what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to line up all the previous versions of yourself who felt that kind of frustration, that kind of despair and discouragement, that kind of difficulty and anger at having to do something that you weren't trained to do, you didn't have the support that you needed. Send all of those younger versions of yourself this new memory, this knowledge that there is competent help available. You don't have to do it all by yourself. And just take your time and open up all of their crown chakras and start pouring this royal blue memory into them as well. And just let me know when that feels complete.
Okay, there is one from when I was a kid.
That one's being a bit tricky, is it?
One is from when I was a kid and I was doing my German homework. She came.
Okay, so send her some help as well. Some competent, trained, professional help.
She said that when she needed help, our mom, would help us with German and all the homework. And then she would make me feel guilty because I wasn't doing my homework because I didn't know how. Because I was agitated, I was stressed. And she thought I was lazy. And she said, that's why all this happened to you again.
Okay, so take a breath. And what I'd like you to do is have a little chat with your little girl who's learning the German homework and tell her that you're going to be back to help her
later
with that situation, okay?
Oh, so funny.
Send her some of this blue energy, this knowledge that there's support available, and that you're going to be back with some of that support. And take a breath.
They're all filled now.
Okay, so now what I'd like you to do is imagine all your future selves. Anytime you're trying to do something that's difficult, something that you're not trained for, something that you don't have the right equipment for, send them all the same blue, relaxed, calm, lots of qualified support energy. And let me know when that feels complete.
I'm all blue now.
Nice.
Yeah.
So take that blue energy, and I'd like you to take a couple of deep breaths, and then I'd like you to send that all over the world, all over the universe, because there's lots of people who can use some of this blue, relaxed, supported energy. And if you want, you can open up your arms and send it out, whatever image works for you.
Yeah, it's pouring out. They're covered.
Nice. Okay,
The fairy has gone around.
nice. Okay, so take a deep breath and you can open your eyes when you feel ready.
I always wanted to be like that girl in the superhero movie. I forget. What was it called? The one who was always shifting and she was blue. She was a bad guy. But I always thought, yeah, but she should have been a good guy. She was blue.
All right, so let's take a breath, and I want you to check in and see how you're feeling now.
I feel like mush. It's like so relaxed, like mush. Like after you've been massaged for an hour.
Okay.
It's pretty freaking awesome. Holy crap. Like really. I could feel the non-migraine changing as we were doing it.
Nice.
And that pain in my neck is gone. That's the only time I ever get pain in my neck now, is when I get that non-migraine. I used to have chronic pain neck, so for all my life, almost.
Okay, so I'm going to thank you very much for being willing to do this with me.
Oh, you bet. Oh, thank you. Like, hey, I feel new.
And I'm going
feel
to
like I can do it now.
So how do you feel about doing your taxes now?
I actually feel like I have been making a big deal out of something that is not that difficult because of all this, really.
I'm so glad you've come to that understanding. Congratulations.
Yeah, it's like, and the funny part is last night as I had my roommate here checking, what I had done, he looks at me and goes, but you've already done so much. He goes, and you did it right. What is your problem? And I swear after that, I felt I had to stop after half an hour of work. I said, I just feel so overwhelmed. So like this stone is pushing me down. That's how I felt. And I felt like that's it. I need to do something else now. It was horrible.
And now?
And now I think of it and I'm like, no, I'm pretty sure that I want him to help me because I know it'll be better for me, but I don't feel as overwhelmed. I'm kind of like looking forward to get this out of the way, actually, so I can move on with my life finally.
Congratulations.
It's the one thing I haven't been able to really, and I worked with other coaches on this because, as I said, I needed to do it, right? So, wow. I'll let you know. I can't wait to get them done.
My complete pleasure. I'll look forward to a progress report next time we meet.
Oh, you bet. I will give that to you. It'll be so awesome. Oh.